Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everyone. Hello, it's time for the cuppa. Good morning, Andrea. Thank you for sharing it. See if I can get my phone to stop making noise. All right, happy Wednesday. If our Deirdre was here, she'd say happy hump day. It is the middle of the week, and I'm going to try to get my roses over here so y'all can see those this morning. Here we go. I'm joined by the roses. All right, I'm going to be, oh, I need to grab something. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I have to get some Kleenex. There's our Deirdre. I was already talking about you. And Brandy, good morning. Oh, Brandy, I'm so sorry. All right, we'll add Dustin's dad to our list, Greg Fuller. Okay. All right, so let's go into our hearts and do the absolute coherence that we do as a family together, connecting our heart and our brain. So, hand on your heart and slow down the breathing. Then add in the love. Bring love right into your heart. Breathe it out. When you breathe that love in, breathe it back out. Send it out into the world. And then we put a smile on our face as we continue that breathing into the heart center. And then the Cuppa style is we bring somebody into our heart. So who are you going to hug? Give somebody a really, really big heart hug. Maybe they're not here yet, and you're going to bring them in with your hug. So try that. And let's see who all we can get in to join us this morning. This is Wednesday. It is prayer day. So come on in. We got lots and lots of prayers today. People that really need us to hold them up. Good morning, Hope Wellington Marshall. Good morning, Auntie Jean. Dixie Cunningham. Good morning to you. All right. Well, let's get to it. What's going on? It is Wednesday. We made it to the middle of the week. This week is flying by. If you missed Enlightened World Network's day of just hope, I think yesterday was what it was all about. Just that day of gathering together. There's lots of replays for you. Just head on over to Enlightened World Network throughout the day and check out some of those videos that we did yesterday. Lots of meditations and blessings. And it was just absolutely awesome to see everyone that came in to lift each other up and to support. Michelle Landers was amazing. If you missed hers, it was really, really good. Good morning, Joanne. Joanne lifting you up high and that sweet little one. And I hope things are going well today. Just take it one day at a time. That's all we can do. Miracles are happening to me every day. Opportunities are showing up everywhere. And why is it so easy? You're on day 44, and I'm there with you. Just continue doing them, you guys, and just say them as often as you can think about them. Those affirmations are important. Brandy, we love you, honey. We're keeping you and your family in prayer and praying for the best. So please pass my love along to Dustin and let him know we're holding his father up in prayer. All right, so what is happening? Lots of happenings going on. It's Wednesday. So what's going on in your world? How are you doing? And those affirmations are important. Keep saying those, Brandy. I am worthy. I am enough. Miracles and happiness happen to me every day. Keep saying them because the miracles are showing up, you guys. They're everywhere. And Auntie Jean, I know, is on here. Jim Lorio will be going into surgery at 11 o'clock this morning. And I was able to give Meg, his wife, and Beth, his daughter, big, big hugs yesterday. We took a balloon, actually, for Jim. And it was a smiley face balloon because smiles are important. And we need to have more of those right now in these times that we're going through. So they're optimistic. I know they're scared, but they are very optimistic that Jim's going to come out of that and with flying colors and get back probably in a couple of days, get home, and they're still planning on the trip, Jean. So we will see. Auntie Jean, you'll have to see all the replays. Yes, I saw Beth and Meg yesterday, Jean, so I hope that puts your mind a little at ease that they know that we're praying. They know that we're going to be right there with Jim at 11 o'clock. All right, well, let's do a Kuan Yin message and see what she has to say. It is our prayer day, so we start that usually at 8:30. So that's already pulled up, and I'll remember to put Greg on that list when I get off the show today. I will be going back to Brighton today to be with Donna. I missed her, but another prayer there. One of her coworkers' daughters died 2 days ago in a really horrible car accident. She was only 17 years old, and her name was Evelyn. It was interesting. Ruth and I, after a long day yesterday, we decided to go get a bite to eat, and we went by the intersection where where Meg and Jim live, and there were flowers at the intersection and a big heart with the name Evelyn on it. And we were just wondering, Ruth goes, that's brand new. So we were wondering what happened. And she found something. She found that there had been this accident, 2-car accident and 1 death. So I had messaged my friend Donna that I've been staying with, and she told me that it was a bad day the day before because one of her coworkers' daughters had died in a car accident. And her name was Evelyn. And we were just there. We were just at that intersection. So please keep all of them in your prayers as well. Sally and Tony, good morning. Oh, Auntie Jean, I know. Well, that's what Meg said. She said it took a 2x4 to wake him up so that he would get the help that he didn't know that he needed. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good because everything is working perfectly. All right, I did pull a Kuan Yin card. Hi, Catherine Kovacs. Pulled a Kuan Yin card for us this morning, and is the Divine Mother's Love. If we don't trust our divine connection, we can feel like a lost child, uncertain, insecure, and afraid. Yet when that child knows that the mother is always there, waiting, naturally stepping in when needed, but otherwise trusting in the child's ability to live his own life, then getting lost for a time is just part of the adventure. It's not frightening, it's freeing. Let's adopt that saying. Anytime you start to feel anxiety, anytime you start to feel any little bit of fear about something, just say, it's not frightening, it's freeing. It's freeing us. So I don't know why my mic is not working. Hang on. There we go. And I gotta pull the heater closer because I'm freezing this morning. Okay, now I might get too hot, but yeah, it's chilly. It's 40 degrees here in Boulder. At least we got dry roads and none of the white stuff. It just got cold. Good morning, Kathy Hand. Oh, you have another day. Yes, miracles are happening for you. And I'm so glad that you have another day, Kathy, for recovery because you need that. You went through surgery. I was just amazed they sent you home the same day. That's unbelievable. When I had mine out, it was a whole week in the hospital. But of course, I'm special, so they wanted to keep me. I am kidding, you guys. Hope you know that. All right, so we're coming up on time for our prayers. So, any that you want to add in, Kathy, we're lifting you up for a speedy recovery and everything to work perfectly with that. I know you've had a bit of issue with the after, but it's going to be so much better once you get those few more days of rest and get your health back up. Yes, there's a lot of sadness going on, a lot of grief, a lot of anger, and I wish I had time to read well, I do have time to read. Let me read you what the angels had to say because it's about anger, and it's called The Grace of Letting Go. I think we need to hear this. So I am going to take a minute to do that before prayer time. Good morning, Kathy Caputo. Yeah, let's do a story time this morning. If my computer will cooperate, I left my mouse upstairs, so I'm struggling with the computer mouse. Well, Kathleen, let's lift you up for that to go away really, really fast. All right, the grace of letting go. Me and this mouse do not get along. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone. You are the one who gets burned. And we're not quite sure who said that. It's anonymous. Anger, when not acknowledged and released, begins to eat away at the peace within us. It tightens our chest, shortens our breath, and erects barriers between us and the divine light of healing. It's a flame we clutch with the hope that its heat will somehow scorch the one who hurt us. But in truth, it only consumes us. You may think that your anger is justified, and in many cases it is. We live in a world where wounds are real and betrayal can be sharp, but justification does not equal liberation. Justification is the cage, forgiveness is the key. Dear angels, there's a lot of anger swirling around in our world today. It's so easy to point fingers and lash out instead of pausing to ask for direction and guidance. We are being destroyed, not from anything outside of ourselves, but being consumed by the fire inside as the anger and fear burn us. Help us with some guidance and understanding. Dear ones, to forgive does not mean to forget or to condone what happened. It means you are choosing your soul's freedom over the illusion of retribution. If you are acknowledging that your spirit was never meant to be a container for bitterness, you are saying to yourself, I deserve peace. When you begin to let go of that hot coal, you may feel a wave of vulnerability, perhaps even fear. What will you hold on to if not this anger? The answer is simple and sacred. Love. Love will hold you. Love will protect you. Love will heal you. Letting go is not a one-time act. It's a daily, moment-to-moment decision to choose light over shadow. Each time you release a little more of the anger, your hands become free to catch blessings instead of flames. So today, pause, feel into your body, ask yourself, what coal am I still grasping? And then, in the gentlest way possible, begin to loosen your grip. You are not what hurt you. You are not the story of your pain. You are the healer, the alchemist, the vessel through which divine grace flows. The angels whisper, Dear one, let the fire fall from your hand. Let the winds of compassion carry it far from your soul. We are beside you as you rise from the ashes of resentment into the lightness of peace. You were not born to burn, you were born to shine. Today, I promise to pause and listen instead of letting anger consume me. So, what can you promise today about anger? How can you let go and not hold on to anything? Just like what Kuan Yin said, hold on to the Divine Mother's love, because fear doesn't have to be frightening, it can be freeing if we can choose to let go. And Catherine's asking myself a lot of questions lately, like what happens now? What do I do? What do I say? So I'm needing prayers and direction. Thank you, Catherine. And we've been lifting you up and holding you up during this time of loss and grief, and holding you tight, honey. Yeah, just let it happen. And you're here with us. You're not alone in what you're going through. We're all right here beside of you. All right, so let me see if I can get back up to Deirdre's daily prayer for us. Ah, come on. Me and this mouse are on the outs. All right. So, Deirdre, thank you for giving us this beautiful prayer for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for all families living with addiction, and prayers for our United States. Praying for peace everywhere on the world and right here at home. That's where it has to start, in our hearts, in our homes, and in our country. Joanne, prayers for Eris to always be in a safe environment. The white light of protection surround him always. Always, always. Is today Bob's birthday, Kathy? I had it on my calendar. I don't remember if that was today or yesterday. I did see it as I was going through my calendar yesterday to put even more stuff on my calendar. But whatever day it was, happy birthday to Bob Hand. All right, it is time for us to go over our prayer list. So I'm going to bring that up on the screen. If you have any to add to it, just please type those into the comments. If you have any updates, let me know that. Oh, please give your husband Bob a big hug and tell him that's from the Cuppa family. We wish him all the best on his birthday. All right, so here we go. We pray for all of the P's for peace on earth, attention to human trafficking through Save Someone's Child, and support for parents who are dealing with any type of addiction. We pray for our Pachetta, Pratir, and Goofy, Aunt Mina and Neil, Navriti, Jasmine and daughters Anya and Myra, and her mom, Ronnie. My sister Billy Hawkins, please keep her in your prayers, and her family, Sheila and Kevin Gooden and family. My brother Gary has been going through some stuff, so please pray for him. Cecil Boone and family, Nola, Joanne Castrillo, and John, and please lift up that little baby Eris and his mom and pray for the very best outcome there for that child. We pray for Joanne's mom, Dolores, LZ, Elaine, Deirdre, and Thump. Got to see Thump this week. And for Deirdre's sister Steph and husband Bob, Adriel, Tia Fernetti, Mickey, Suzanne Millard and her family, and especially her son-in-law who has been deployed, Marietta and Ed Stoner out there on the water, Leo Harley and family, Lakshmi, Ken, Jim, Ryan, Josie, and sweet Ricky, I know, is helping us with these prayers today, and Josie's mom, Mary, Tammy Williams, Meg and Jim, L'Oreal, holding Jim up for a miracle that everything will go perfectly when he goes into surgery in a couple of hours, and we'll be right there with him. And their daughter, Beth, who also is supporting and right there to help Meg and hold her as she goes through this. For Catherine, for Auntie Jean and Ron L'Oreal and their family, Mary Lou Burdick and family, Catherine and Michael Kovacs, and holding you up, Catherine, in the loss of your mom, and I'll adjust this after the show today. Catherine's mom, Lynn, is now one of her angels in spirit. Fred, Rosalind Good Vibes, Jimmy Wright, Sally and Tony De La Rosa, and all the De La Rosa family, and lifting up your grandson who is deployed at the moment. Kathy and Bob Hand, and again, happy birthday, Bob, and praying for you and your children, your co-workers, and all that we're lifting up for you, Kathy, for your recovery. Brandon, Christina, Gage, Michael, Patty, Sonia, Paul and Marlene, Joe and wife, Pat Moss and her family, Becky LaFave and Travis, Erica Hoppy and family, Corinne, Charlie Coons and his family, and supporting Charlie as he's going through a change in his life right now. Hope Wellington Marshall and Zena and your daughters, as well as your parents. Carrie Baker, Andrea Gregg, Catherine, Annie Seven, and sweet little Grayson. Um, Luz Orsini and her grandkids, Christine Lewis, Gail and Nick Zimmerman, and I saw Gail come in with us today. Thank you, Gail, for being here. We lift you up every day. Jennifer and Micah, Oksana and her family, Herb, Caitlin and Aunt Gail, Isabel and Paul and their daughters, Beata and her daughter Juliana, Linda Lemieux and her sons and grandchildren, and her friend in Sarasota, and let's lift Linda's sisters up as well. Stacy and Josh Lord and their family, John, Tatiana, Buster, Wayne, Lindsay, Aunt Inga, our Blue Jean, and Dave, and all the fur babies, Dolly the horse, Chance the horse, and Shasta the horse, Noel, Rose Sermon, Gary McCorkle, Brookie and family, our sweet little baby Max and Dylan, and Brookie's Aunt Jeannie and Dylan's father Paul, the Girardi family, Jeanette and Ernie, Lillianne in Norway and all of her family, Kathleen Caputo, and I saw your prayer, Kathleen. We're lifting you up for miracles there and for everything to work perfectly for you. Baby Wyatt, Baby Haven, Baby Divine, which we got a really good report on from Kathleen, Caden, Tinsley Rose, Kathy and Pastor Candy and Pastor Bruce, Alba, Dottie and Dawn, Grace Isis and all of her sisters and extended family in Kenya, Raymond, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Vicki King, Elaine Armstrong, Marianne, Henrik and Lorraine and John, Jeannie Aguilar and her grandson. I got to hug Jeannie this week. Eric, Tammy Fisk and family, Rochelle Martinez and her mom, Rose. Oh, Kathleen, I'm so glad we're holding you up for that miracle to happen. Kelly, Stephen, Catherine, Dr. Ruth Anderson and her family, and especially her sister-in-law, Sharon, Jeannie's sister, Merle, Deb Goldberg and her family, Michelle, Crystal and Dean Nobles and family, Laura Hill, Julia Osborne, Sharon Rhea and family, Sherry Gatewood and her brother-in-law, Hanaya Hummingbird, Tammy Hill and family, Phil B., Lynn Gallagher, Mary Quincoli and her friends and family, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Jose, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Camilla and Nick, Lynn Andriozzi, Frank, Albie, Kenneth, Bobby, Monsi, Kamal, Akil, and the Pakistan orphans, and that whole country of Pakistan needs our prayers. Yuri, Scott, Mary, Joshua, James, Drake, Alicia Burns, Pam Dite, Kimberly, Ellen, Sue Seekoff and Richard, Dido Clark and Harry, Terry Gilstad, Chiara, Marissa, Claudia, Marianne Pish and family, Cassandra and Daddy Gary, Lenny, John Thaddeus Fiore, Kuka Carney and her family, Carol Fisher, Deborah, Violet, Walter, Sue and grandchildren, Janie Stamler, Claudel Jackson, Chris Blake, Dante, Jerry, Kaylee, Trevor Jordan, Richard Weber, Charlotte Abrahams, Jerry, Michelle Landers and her family. Michelle, it was great to see her yesterday. Kagan and Wyatt Linder, Barbara Kaufman McGillicuddy, Bradley Capone, Andy, Amanda Summer, Miles and Sarah, Joanne McConn-Yu, Whitney, June Dalton, Karen Gibbons and daughter, Julie Kiss, her mom Cynthia, and her hubby. I'm praying for a complete recovery for your husband, Julie. Courtney, Ryan, M, Pat, Sophia, Aaron Parker, Angelica Kumpemans, Peggy, Claire, Carrie Klingon Butcher and family, Brian Hughes, Pat O'Connor, Yolanda, Selby Barnes, Robin Waters Dykes and her mom, Joey, Terry, Solar and Maya, Leanne, Joanne and Leo, Sam, Matt, Charles and Nita, Yusha, and Kathy, I see your message about your brother Paul, and I know he's been on our list before. We continue to pray for him. Jen and Norm, Keith, Joe H., Marisol Soto, Deborah, Tyler, Chad Ehlers, Dick Walters, Milton Carbajal, Tomas Diaz, Cameron, Boris Zoffman, Jacqueline Carbajal, and David Reiger, Solvi Barnes and Aud Barnes, Gun Ellen Sundahl, Maria Mitchinson, Higman Simpson, Lisa Jo Davis, Jordan, Lydia, Benedita, Rebecca Stewart Rickardson, Sonia Kay, Miles, Angela Ha, Paula Graca, David Brett, Colleen, Dellen Hickson, Richard Barnes, Cole Grayson, Brandy Chari, JT, Francis Nelvin, Shauna, Danielle Riveron and family, Chris and Natika, Elise, Kara, Pam, Christine and Ed, Barbara and Diane, Kim, Catherine DeSanti and her sister Rose, Mary Jane, Carol Caruso, Val Meyer, Tasha, Jocelyn, Linda Kraft and family, Eric and John, Darlene Osei, Paul G., Liam G., Pam, Daniel McGraw, Minna Brumley, Rebecca Sherman, Joe Ketterer, Gabrielle, Ina, Donna, Bailey, Jacob, Mary, Kim Bevan, Carrie Forrester, and praying for her whole family in the loss of her mom, Don B., his daughter and granddaughter, the Vega family, Laura, Lisa Capoli Matroni, Bobby, Elaine, Shiraz, Sharu, Sandy, Adil, Laura, Evelyn Smith, Beatrice, Amina, all areas of conflicts in our world and all areas where there are people being discriminated against and bullied. Ashley Miller, Alina, Susanna, Lana, Grace Anna, Kim Coles Ventnor, Shoshana Sabring, Stephen, Keith LP, Adam Holmes, Bob Smith, Chris, Christina and Clint, Janine, Heather, Kim, Jennifer, Cassandra Brown Henry, Tim Smith, Jeanette and Eric, Rachel Warren and her family, Mark Hunter, Pat, Ainsley Grace and her mom, Kathleen Viscomi, Betty, Judy Dorn, Kelly, Alma Jean, Jim Rashawn's father, Rebecca Abraxas, Dana Rados, Darlene Trainer and her fur babies, Patricia, Jennifer Schwab and family, Steve Newman and Carol, Janet, Blue's sister Timmy, Margarita Estrada, Donna Sobel. Donna's going through chemotherapy right now, so please lift her up, and her daughter Joanna. Soma, Christopher Elzie, Emerson, Luisa Almeida, Patricia Torinas, Don Baker and his family, and praying especially for his little baby Gia, Norman Ratner and Monica, Richard Scarborough, Richard James, Kathleen's cousin in Florida, Andre, Latrulia, Kathy's co-workers and supervisor, Rose, Danica and Annette, Mike, Emmanuel from Zambia, Lucy's mom Mary, Dandy Williams Wise and Bennett, Hilma Mazel Cocajon, Justin Brown and family, James, Justina, Hans, Sherry Graham, the Wilk family, Ken and Tabitha, Susanna, Kelsey, Aunt Una, Max Smith, Jackie, Jeremiah, Noel Marshall and Bob Warner, Vinny, Dylan's Uncle Chris, Brendan Diaz, Linda M., Martha, Shad Anderson, Joy, Holly Ann, Zita, Beiji, Ali, Bree, Stephen Hoskins, Tara, Soma, Ben, Pat, Dee Dee, Linda, Julie, Donna Benson and Kitty, Lauren Olivia, Alex, Margie, Anne, Mark, Adam, Alexandria and Lexi, Robin Miller, Jennifer Mitchell's family, Werner, Terry, Michael James, Liz Eden and Serenity, Keith Leggett's family, Leah, Gina Marie Burrell, Janine, Brianna Stowell and family. And all of those that were mentioned today and any that you have given me updates on, I will change that after we get off the show. So let's lift all of these up in our heart right now. Let's lift our vibration and frequency as we hold all of these prayers, everyone that you're holding in your heart, and all of our P family. We're lifting that higher and higher, right to the divine. And we release the prayers that we have laid before you now into your hands, knowing that your love surpasses all understanding. May we find peace in surrender, patience in waiting, and joy in receiving. Teach us to remain steadfast in hope and to look for the signs of your presence in all that unfolds. Thank you, Creator, for the blessings yet to come, the lessons we will learn, and the love that surrounds us always. And would you say this prayer with me? Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. We thank you, Creator. We give you all honor and glory. We appreciate you for hearing our prayers, for seeing and acknowledging all of us. We love you, we honor and bless you, and we all say, Amen. Thank you all for helping to lift up those prayers as they were read. What a beautiful family, what a beautiful mission we have of loving each other, caring about each other, and holding each other tight. And Annie 7, good morning to you. And Noel and Bob, you are here. Good morning. And yes, we lift you up every day in prayer. So let's go into our hearts now and let's love on each other. Let's pull that through, that beautiful love that we were just immersed in with the divine, and say, as Deirdre led us, thank you. I love you. Let's see if I can get Leo to sing for us. I'm a little mouse challenged today. My mouse is upstairs. I think I got it. Maybe. There we go. Thank you. I love you. Those are our words. And Kathy, I'm so glad you were able to be here for the whole list. No, Kathleen, how's your heart? I'm hoping that it's settled down with all those prayers that came your way.
Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
I love you. Oh, Joanne, please give little Eris a big hug for me. Oh, Kathy, tell Bob he's special. He gets birthday wishes from the peas. Oh, awesome, Kathleen. It's going to get better and better as the day goes along.
Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win.
Yeah, here you are. Thank you. I love you, Jim. Are you on the road? I know you're going to be making that trip back east. We are peeps up there in Vermont and Pennsylvania. Oh, mine has tried, Gina. This time I know where it's at, and I'll reunite it with my computer later. Boy.
There really is no secret.
Right.
We're simply
allow those blessings and those miracles to happen.
Start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
This Friday you'll be on the road. Jim will be in that car with you. It's going to be a little full, you know. Sweet Andrea, hope you're going to have a great day. Ooh, thank you all for being here this morning. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your kindness that you show when you lift each other up. So I'll be back on in an hour with Dr. Ruth Anderson. We'll be doing meditation excavation this morning. And then let's all hold up Jim Lorio as he undergoes some surgery this morning to put that pacemaker in. That's going to be 11 o'clock Mountain Time. So a couple more hours. I said it wrong earlier. It will be in, what is it? Now it's 7 o'clock, so it'll be 4 hours from now. He'll be doing that surgery. This time zone stuff is for the birds. I would like us to all be on the same page with whatever our Earth time is. That's just me. Y'all stay in your hearts. Stay blessed today. Keep those miracles flowing. Keep claiming them every day, every time you think about it. Miracles are always happening to me every day. And just let the miracles flow. I love you so much. Stay in your hearts now. Namaste, y'all.